The Junior Eurovision Song Contest, often shortened to JESC, Junior Eurovision or Junior EuroSong, is a song competition which has been organised by the European Broadcasting Union annually since 2003 and is open exclusively to broadcasters that are members of the EBU. It is held in a different European city each year, however the same city can host the contest more than once. The competition has many similarities to the Eurovision Song Contest from which its name is taken. Each participating broadcaster sends an act, the members of which are aged 10 to 15 on the day of the contest, and an original song lasting between 2 minutes 45 seconds and 3 minutes to compete against the other entries. Each entry represents the country served by the participating broadcaster. Viewers from the participating countries are invited to vote for their favorite performances by televote, and a national jury from each participating country also vote. The overall winner of the contest is the entry that has received the most points after the scores from every country have been collected and totaled. In addition to the countries taking part, the contest has been screened in many other territories including Australia, Estonia, Finland and Germany. Since 2006, the contest has been streamed live on the Internet through the official website of the contest. Origins and history. The origins of the contest date back to 2000 when Denmark's radio held a song contest for Danish children that year and the following year. The idea was extended to a Scandinavian song festival in 2002, MGP Nordic, with Denmark, Norway and Sweden as participants. The EBU picked up the idea for a song contest featuring children and opened the competition to all EBU member broadcasters, making it a pan-European event. The working title of the program was Eurovision Song Contest for Children, branded with the name of the EBU's already popular song competition, the Eurovision Song Contest. Denmark was asked to host the first program after their experience with their own contests and the MGP Nordic. After a successful first contest, the second faced several location problems. The event originally should have been organised by British broadcaster ITV in Manchester. ITV then announced that due to financial and scheduling reasons, the contest would not take place in the United Kingdom after all. It is also thought that another factor to their decision was the previous year's audience ratings for ITV, which were below the expected amount. The EBU approached Croatian broadcaster HRT, who had won the previous contest, to stage the event in Zagreb. Though it later emerged that HRT had forgotten to book the venue in which the contest would have taken place. It was at this point, with 5 months remaining until the event would be held, that Norwegian broadcaster NRK stepped in to host the contest in Lillehammer. Broadcasters have had to bid for the rights to host the contest since 2004 to avoid such problems from happening again. Belgium was therefore the first country to successfully bid for the rights to host the contest in 2005. All contests have been broadcast in 16:9 widescreen and in high definition. All have also had a CD produced with the songs from the show. Between 2003 and 2006, DVDs of the contest were also produced, though this ended due to lack of interest. As of 2008, the winner of the contest is decided by 50% televote and 50% national jury vote. The winners of all previous contests had been decided exclusively by televoting. Between 2003 and 2005, viewers had around 10 minutes to vote after all the songs had been performed. Since 2006, the televoting lines have been opened throughout the program. Profits made from the televoting during the 2007 and 2008 contests were donated to UNICEF. Prior to 2007, a participating broadcaster's failure in not broadcasting the contest live would incur a fine. Now broadcasters are no longer required to broadcast the contest live, but may transmit it with some delay at a time that is more appropriate for children's television broadcast. The 2007 contest was the subject of the 2008 documentary Sounds Like Teen Spirit, a popumentary. The film followed several contestants as they made their way through the national finals and onto the show itself. It was shown at the Toronto International Film Festival 2008 and was premiered in Ghent, Belgium and Limassol, Cyprus, where the 2008 contest was held. Format: The format of the contest has remained relatively unchanged over the course of its history in that the format consists of successive live musical performances by the artists entered by the participating broadcasters. The EBU claims that the aim of the program is to promote young talent in the field of popular music, by encouraging competition among the performers. The program is always screened on a Saturday night in late November-early December and lasts approximately 2 hours 15 minutes. Traditionally, the contest will consist of an opening ceremony in which the performers are welcomed to the event, the performances of the entries, a recap of the songs to help televoting viewers decide which entries to vote for, an interval act usually performed after the televoting has closed, the results of the televoting or backup jury voting, which is then followed by declaration of the winner and a reprise of the winning song. At various points throughout the show, networks may opt out for a few minutes to screen a commercial break. Since 2008, the winning entry of each contest has been decided by a mixture of televoting and national juries, each counting for 50% of the points awarded by each country. The winners of all previous contests had been decided exclusively by televoting. The 10 entries that have received the most votes in each country are awarded points ranging from 1 to 8, then 10 and 12. These points are then announced live during the program by a spokesperson representing the participating country. Once all participating countries have announced their results, the country that has received the most points is declared the winner of that year's contest. Until 2013, the winners receive a trophy and a certificate. Since 2013 contest, the 3 first places win trophies and certificates. Originally, unlike its adult version, the winning country did not receive the rights to host the next contest. This was changed in 2012. The winning country now has first refusal on hosting the next contest. The contest usually features 2 presenters, 1 man and 1 woman, who regularly appear on stage and with the contestants in the green room. The presenters are also responsible for repeating the results immediately after the spokesperson of each broadcaster to confirm which country the points are being given to. The spokespersons are giving the points in the arena stage. Despite the Junior Eurovision Song Contest being modeled on the format of the Eurovision Song Contest, there are many distinctive differences that are unique to the children's contest. For instance, while the main vocals must be sung live during the contest, backing vocals may be recorded onto the backing track. Each country's entry must be selected through a televised national final. Each country's performance is also allowed a maximum of 8 performers on stage, as opposed to the original number of 6 in the Eurovision Song Contest. Since 2005, every contestant has automatically been awarded 12 points to prevent the contestants scoring 0 points, although ending with 12 points total is in essence the same as receiving 0. Entry restrictions. The song must be written and sung in the national language of the country being represented. However, they can also have a few lines in a different language. The same rule was in the adults contest from 1966 to 1972 and again from 1977 to 1998. Performers must be nationals of that country or have lived there for at least 2 years. Originally, the competition was open to children between the ages of 8 and 15, however since 2007 the age range has been narrowed and presently only children aged 10 to 15 on the day of the contest are allowed to enter. The song submitted into the contest cannot have previously been released commercially and must last between 2 minutes 45 seconds and 3 minutes. The rule stating that performers also must not have previously released music commercially was active from 2003 to 2006. This rule was dropped in 2007, thus allowing already experienced singers and bands in the competition. As a result, NRK chose to withdraw from the contest. Since 2008, adults have been allowed to assist in the writing of entries. Previously, all writers had to be aged 10 to 15. Organization. The contest is produced each year by the European Broadcasting Union. The executive supervisor of every contest since 2003 has been Svante Stockselius, who also heads the steering group that decides on the rules of the contest, which broadcaster hosts the next contest and oversees the entire production of each program. In 2011, he was succeeded by Sietz Bakker. In 2012, Vladislav Yakovlev took over the position of the EBU executive supervisor. Steering group meetings tend to include the heads of delegation, whose principal job is to liaise between the EBU and the broadcaster they represent. It is also their duty to make sure that the performers are never left alone without an adult and to create a team atmosphere amongst the performers and to develop their experience and a sense of community. The list of executive supervisors of the Junior Eurovision Song Contest appointed by the EBU since the first edition is the following: Svante Stokselius, Siets Bakker, Vladislav Yakovlev. Participation. Only active member broadcasters of the EBU are permitted to take part and vote in the contest, though the contest has been screened in several non-participating countries. Participation in the contest tends to change dramatically each year. The original Scandinavian broadcasters left the contest in 2006 because they found the treatment of the contestants unethical, and revived the MGP Nordic competition, which had not been produced since the Junior Eurovision Song Contest began. Out of the 32 countries that have participated at least once, 2 have been represented by an act at every contest as of 2014. Listed are all the countries that have ever taken part in the competition alongside the year in which they made their debut, winning entries. In total, 10 countries have won the competition: Croatia, Spain, Russia, the Netherlands, Armenia, Ukraine, Malta and Italy have each won once, while Belarus won twice in 2005 and 2007 and Georgia won twice in 2008 and 2011. Eurovision Song Contest. Below is a list of former participants of the Junior Eurovision Song Contest who have gone on to participate in national selections in order to compete at the senior version of the contest or have appeared at the Eurovision Song Contest as a competing performer or non-participating special guest performer. 1. As a member of Quadro. See also. References. External links, official site, EBU homepage.